What is up, guys? Welcome to RAM Overload. Today I'm going to talk about how to clear all your cache in Windows 10 or 11. Okay, so if you're using either systems, it's the same way. They're very similar in a sense also, so just follow the tutorial straight through for both systems. So you guys are wondering, why would I want to clear my cache? What's the point of it, and how does it help? The first thing is caching. It will save you space. You guys can see over here I have only 27 gigs free of 237 gigs. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of that data is just used in cache or temporary files or things that I don't really need anymore on my system. Okay, so that's the first reason. And the second reason is sometimes things can get messed up because it's information is saved in the cache which may not be correct, right? And we're just going to clear all that out so all the information is brand new and up to date on exactly what you need. Okay, so first let's go into our C drive. You guys can see that we have the Windows old folder, and then I have a page file that's like 7 gigs. And Windows old folder is just basically an old iteration of Windows, right? Which you probably don't need and can get rid of, and we'll get into that in just a bit. But first, let's go to Windows, our Windows folder, and then we want to go to software distribution folder. So software distribution, and go to download. So now these are the files that are temporary, well, not temporary in a sense, but files that are in the cache. Okay, and you can just delete them. But before we do that, let's look at how the size of it. So mine's only 269. I've seen this go up to like almost a gig, like at least 500 megabytes. So it could be substantial on your machine. So let's just go ahead and delete that. You need admin permissions. Do this for all current items, and it is completed. Okay, so we got rid of that. Next, what we want to do is you want to press Windows, the Windows key, and R, right? And it will open up this run command window. Okay, and here you can easily just type in a folder name to open that location. So we're going to type in prefetch. You guys can see it was pre-filled over here because I typed that in before. So it's prefetch as one word. And we want to open that folder, and you can see over here I have all these files. Let's take a look at the size of them. This is only slightly above 3 megabytes. So select all, and then you can delete. Okay, if it's open, you can just skip it because you don't want to delete a file that is being currently used. So we got rid of the prefetch. Now let's open up another folder, open up the run command, and let's type in %temp. Oops. So let's just temp. Okay, yeah. So now we are in temp, and we can just select all and delete again. You guys can see, okay, we clear that out. Let's close these folders, right? And the next thing we want to do is, let's do Windows R once again and search for %temp%. Okay, so this was what I was trying to do earlier. So let's click that and see what happens. All right, we're in this local temp folder. And again, do the same thing, select all and delete. I don't want to do that on my machine currently because I am recording and I don't want it to mess up anything, mess the recording up by deleting a file. So I believe the recording files should be those, but I'll play it safe. I'm not going to delete anything for now, at least, because I don't want to mess up the recording. But you guys, it's the same way, select all and delete. Okay, nothing too crazy on that. All right, last but not least, for this run command, we are going to do it again and type in ws reset. So this is basically just resetting the Windows Store, right? If you had any issues with the Windows Store where it wasn't properly working, then this is probably the command you need. It's gonna just reset everything and make it like brand new. So you guys can see it resetted it, and it took a couple seconds, and now it's starting up again. So let's close that. Let's close this. Okay, now let's check out let's do CMD, the CMD command. So open up command prompt. And we're going to clear out we're going to flush our DNS. So ipconfig slash flush DNS. So pretty easy command, ipconfig slash flush DNS. So it just clears out your DNS cache, whatever's there. If you were having some trouble accessing a website only specifically on your computer and not other computers, then this could probably be the issue that is reading some old DNS from the cache. So okay, we're done with that, and let's see what else we can try. Disk cleanup. So search up disk cleanup, select the disk you want, and now over here you can see you can delete them over here. Temporary internet files, recycle bin, temporary files. So I'm not gonna do this, but I'll do these two, and these 4 or 5, and clean up system files, and then it's gonna ask again. Press OK. It'll take a couple seconds to clean everything up, and now it's basically going to give you more options to clean up. So I'll show you what that is in a second while this finishes calculating. All right, we're right here. Now you guys can see we have a lot more options right here. Windows upgrade log files, it's a gigabyte, which I don't need. And then previous Windows installation, so that was taking up 13 gigabytes on my machine. Okay, and this system recovery log files, temporary files, recycle bin, language resource, delivery optimization, Windows error report, DirectX shader cache, Microsoft Defender, antivirus. So let's clean it up. So this might take a little bit since my files were quite big in size. Windows cleanup. Yes, so I don't need to restore back to that old machine, and it's up to you if you guys want to or not, but for me it's not really that important. That's why I am deleting it. So yeah, while that happens, it probably takes it's going to take a little bit. Let's do the next thing, which is location privacy. You just want to clear the history on that. Okay, so just do location privacy settings. Okay, so we're here. You can just search it, or you can just go through the menu and find it. And what we want to do, location history, just clear. So if you don't have a desktop, or if you're using a laptop, your location history probably could be high, but if you have a desktop, it probably won't be that much information because it'll be just in one spot most of the time. So that was that. Last thing I want to mention is you could manually clear out all the cache on like your browsers, whether Chrome, Firefox, Edge, or you could use a tool like CCleaner, which I have a whole video on. You can check it out. I'll link it down below. But that's a great tool to easily clear out all the browsers at once, and some of the Windows cache as well. The way I taught you guys right now, showed you, was just basically a real manual way to do it. But obviously there's automated ways to do it as well. You guys can check out the video on CCleaner with that. All right, so we are completed with that deletion. So let's see. Now we see we have 41 gigabytes free out of 237. That that did free up quite a bit of space, especially since I didn't have that much space left. So yeah, you guys can see that all this information, all this manual work, you can say, will clear it up. You know, I have CCleaner over here. I have a whole video on CCleaner. You guys can go check that out. Definitely a plus to use that alongside with all these other manual cleanups that I showed you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's episode. You know, if you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. You know, if you have any questions or comments, please leave it down below. Other than that, peace out.